unless you want a pain. But you can love until there. Any virtuous quality, I think, is the same principle that attachment. You can be attached to things. I mean, there's even another choice in our life, right? We don't have an option to be not attached, but we might have some option if you are practicing, meditating. We can say how much and how less. So you want to be attached to someone, somebody, something, and as much as it gives some sense of hope, joy, support. But when it goes beyond that, when it becomes destructive, pain, then that attachment is not good. And everybody have experiences with that attachment, right? And you probably have a lot of those experiences, and you altogether give up attachment at all. Altogether give up attachment, that's not very good. Because you haven't really given up, it's still there, but you're not exercising it properly. You know, one thing is not to have, is one thing is unable to exercise properly. Right? So anyway, the point is that the enlightened action seems like so much has to do with the space and light. As I give example of love and I think love is a very, very good example of it, because if you can see, you can look at in your life one example where you feel so much love but so much open. Give all the different categories of becoming less and less and less open, and more and more and more attached in the same story of love. Then if you look down in the line, you can see there's more and more and more and more pain. So where all the more pain comes, because there's a more lack of space. It's clear. That makes sense?
Space of what?
What?
Space of what? Of awareness or open chakra, or space of what?
Space, or when we say, are you open? You know, when you're open towards something, that's called space, right? When you, for example, if you love somebody very much, you always have in the back of your mind, you always have to be open in the situation. That person will next day say, okay, you know, bye.
The choices here.
Not choices. You are open toward any outcomes. You know, like for example, I give one example of it. Somebody one time said that this person is very, very sick and going through all kind of treatment, and she said, okay, I'm trying this one last thing, and if meant to work, it's great. If it doesn't meant to work, it's fine. So basically means openness toward any outcomes. So that when you have some confidence like that, that's very strong confidence. You're a winner, and you're a winner. In either case, you're a winner. If you lose, you're a winner. If you win, you're a winner. So that is a very strong kind of confidence, to have confidence like that in life. But if you look in any situation where you feel so much fear, you can see clearly you're not accepting any outcomes. You have one specific outcomes. Why? I mean, it's okay to have one specific outcomes, but there is no openness in that. You see? So openness is the key. Space is the key. We say heart open your heart. What does that mean? You say open to the situation. What does that mean? You know, any time when there is a space, in the space there is a more opportunity to have a light. Anytime there is a light, there is a beauty. The union between the space and light, there is a lot of beauty to reflect all the nature, to reflect more. It's the same thing internally. Whenever there is a space, it gives a rise to the energy, to the light or awareness. And whenever there is these two qualities there, it gives the quality to, and all quality, like a joy. Any given moment, if one situation is there to be joyful, it will be joyful because you are open to it. You don't need so much cause condition to be happy. Like bodhisattvas, like their compassion is like that. But they don't look for some troubled people to have a compassion. But when there is somebody, compassion manifests. But they're not looking for an object of compassion. If you're trying to help somebody, you're not trying to help somebody who is in trouble, but when there is somebody, you are prepared there. So it's this spontaneous quality is very much ready to be act, but it's not expecting to be acting. And that's what it is. Many times in our life, you look, even good things, you're trying to help somebody. We all know that. You're trying to help somebody. Say, I'm helping you, I'm trying to do you. But you are not listening to me. You see, that's not openness. And that's why many times when somebody in the families, that's typical family problems. You run into problems. Even you have been nice, compassionate, loving, giving, but you still have a problem with that because you're giving all those things, you want everybody to change according to your face, your speed, your expectations. That when you expect like that, it's not called openness. You see? So anyway, now the principles here, like these